Job experience has shown that wearing seat belts helps reduce fatalities.
The doctor and the ambulance have been called for Bill Johnson, a front-end loader operator.
He looks like he's hurt bad. Oh, God, I think he's dead.
I think he must have been losing control from what happened.
Yeah, do you think he jumped or do you think he was thrown? Do you think he might have tried to jump out?
He didn't have his seatbelts on, he was thrown.
Are you sure he didn't have his seatbelts on?
Kinda, it doesn't look to me like he did, because when I came up, he had been thrown out of the cab of the loader, and the belts were intact and they were just dangling loose, and it looked to me like he just didn't even have them on.
Tucked in here behind the seat, it doesn't look like it's ever been used this afternoon, and the other seat belt is hanging down here.
Findings indicate that this accident was caused by faulty brakes, road conditions, and Bill's lack of training and experience. The contributing factors were the lack of burns and Bill's failure to wear his seatbelt. Failure to wear that seatbelt probably cost Bill his life.
I just don't like to wear seatbelts.
No one likes going to a dentist to have a tooth pulled. No one likes to pay taxes. We do lots of things in life we don't actually like to do, but we do them. And lots of these things won't even save our life. Wearing your seatbelt could save your life.
I'm in and out of the cab 20 or 30 times a shift. I will spend too much time just buckling and unbuckling the belt.
Those few minutes spent buckling and unbuckling your belt would never be considered as lost time. You could actually gain years of time by buckling up.
I use a seat belt, but if something goes wrong, I think my chances are better if I jump.
By wearing your seatbelt during an accident, you reduce the chances of being thrown into the windshield, striking your head against the cab, or as in so many cases where operators have tried to jump, they are run over or crushed by the equipment itself.
James, I understand that you had an accident on a piece of equipment like this not too long ago.
Yes, I did.
Do you care to tell me about it?
Yes, I was running a 455 Komatsu on a strip job on a downhill grade on a surface above a strip job on a slope, and I'd ripped up and worked up some ground and carried some loose dirt out where I was going to pull some high-tension cable off the drag. And I took this loose dirt out and laid up on top of frozen ground. And then I proceeded to I had the cables hooked onto my ripper and proceeded to go out and swung the dozer around on the loose dirt. The dozer started to slide and it slid toward the high wall. And I eventually, the cables and stuff was all there, and you only have a few minutes to think about it, a few seconds in fact, and you're thinking you don't dare drop your cable or anything, you're going to be breaking into one of those there high voltage lines, and you didn't dare drop your ripper, you had all the tension, those high tension wires on your ripper, and I evidently went over the high wall.
How far down was it?
About a 25-foot fall.
Did the machine lay over on its side?
No, the machine had went clear over one half a turn and landed square on the roof.
Okay, now for the good part. Did you have a seat belt on?
Yes, I did.
How do you feel about seat belts now?
Beautiful.
I understand you were involved in an accident here in the past. Do you want to tell me about it?
Yeah, we was stripping on it was raining, real rainy night, and I was going up the ramp, and it wasn't quite wide enough, and I was trying to widen it out, and I got up there and I dumped my bucket and I started sliding backwards, and it slid off the opposite side of the ramp, and this more or less rolled kind of slow on its side. It laid on the side.
Did you have a seat belt on?
Yes, I had a seat belt on. It rolled over gentle, and I never left the seat or anything. I just stayed right in the seat.
What do you think might have happened if you hadn't had that seat belt on?
Well, I'd have been out of the seat maybe, but It really didn't go that fast. It went more slow, gentle, but I'd have rolled out of the seat for sure without the belt on.
Here are several abstracts of accidents that involved fatalities. In March 1984, a powered haulage accident occurred at a surface coal mine, resulting in the death of a truck driver. The vehicle he was driving overturned when the roadway edge failed and the truck slid off the road. The victim tried to jump, but was crushed under the operator's compartment as the truck rolled over. A powered haulage accident occurred at a sand and gravel operation, resulting in the death of a front-end loader operator. The victim jumped from the loader as it dropped over a 27-foot high bank after passing through a road berm. The loader landed upright and the left rear wheel ran over the victim and severed his body. In June 1984, a powered haulage accident occurred on the haulage road to the preparation plant, resulting in the death of a truck driver. The accident occurred when the older model haulage truck that he was driving lost its brakes due to a ruptured air line. The victim jumped from the truck and landed on the side of the berm. However, he then slipped under the back wheels and was crushed. In June 1984, a powered haulage accident occurred at a sand and gravel operation which resulted in the death of a truck driver. While attempting to shift in reverse, a tractor started over the outer edge of an elevated roadway. The victim jumped from the cab and was pinned against the side of a drainage ditch by the left rear tractor wheels. In each of these accidents, the drivers were fatally injured in their attempt to jump clear of the equipment. Here is more information indicating it is to your benefit to use your seatbelt. 40 accidents where rollover and seatbelts were used resulted in only one fatality. In the case of the one fatality, the operator jumped. In 34 accidents involving equipment with no rollover or seatbelt protection, there were 10 fatalities. Why fight the odds? Take advantage of all the safety equipment made available to you. Buckle up and live.